Welcome to Lynn University. You might not be able to tell, but I am smiling under this mask because we're so excited to have the class of 2024 and our new transfer students finally joining us. Today I'm going to briefly tell you a bit about this university, which is now your university, and what you can expect during your time with us. Things may look a little different this year, but Lynn still remains the special place we have always been in all the ways that really matter. So first, let's go over some of the steps we're taking to protect the well-being of our campus community, and then we'll talk about the important things that remain the same. Lynn has always been a resilient and flexible institution, and we've adopted our operations to meet government and health guidelines. And in accordance with our county's mandate, facial coverings are required in public places, and we're promoting social distancing in shared spaces around campus. If you're not wearing a mask, we're going to ask you to put one on. Lynn is also the first university in Florida to partner with CVS Health on its return-ready solution. So currently enrolled students and employees can now receive complimentary on-campus rapid result COVID-19 testing by CVS Health clinicians. Testing is by appointment only, and results are ready in approximately 20 minutes. Priority will be given to those currently experiencing COVID-19 symptoms and those with a known exposure to the COVID-19 case. There are also enhanced cleaning and sanitary measures in place around campus, especially in common spaces and classrooms, through our partnership with a third-party cleaning company. And additionally, we have reduced population density in several areas across campus. In our residence halls, there are no more than 2 people per room, and we're restricting access along with enacting a no visitor policy for the time being. There will also be a limit on the number of people allowed in Mary's kitchen at any one time, and to-go containers are available. So now that you've heard our part of keeping our campus community safe, we want to ask you to do your part as well. The best and fastest way for us to all get through this is by being responsible. Please make sure you're wearing your masks, washing your hands, practicing social distancing, and following the advice of health officials, which includes avoiding large gatherings off campus. We all need to be accountable and do our part so we can have a safe and successful fall semester. This fall, we're also following a block schedule format to limit the number of people you come into contact with remote learning option, which is available for students unable to be on campus due to COVID-19. Despite all these changes, our university continues to be defined by our innovative use of technology, custom curriculum, and unique campus design, as well as our people, who are dedicated to student success. As pioneers of tablet-based learning, we introduced our iPad program over 7 years ago, so that all of our students have access to the same technology and tools that support our mobile, digital, and collaborative core curriculum, the Dialogues. Because of this technology, along with new classroom enhancements, those of you who opted for remote learning this term will have the same quality of education and access to technology and resources as those do on campus. We're also using the Canvas learning management system, apps, multi-touch books, and the entire Apple iOS ecosystem to enhance student learning. And through our university's digital press, our faculty and staff have now produced 66 multi-touch books that we give to you for free. This allows our faculty and staff to customize rich interactive materials specifically for all of you, our Lynn students. And our dedicated faculty and staff are here to support you through every step of your college experience. And we have a number of incredible resources on campus to help make the most of your time here at Lynn. For example, to help keep you on track to graduate, your advisor will use interactive software to track your academic progress and performance. This software, called EAB Navigate, is also a one-stop mobile shop for you to use, where you have access to all of your academic schedules, university resources, and the ability to schedule appointments when you need guidance. Also virtual to-do item lists. During your time here at Lynn, you can study everything from biology to drama to cybersecurity and data analytics. We offer a wide breadth of liberal arts areas of study and a curriculum that you do not normally find at schools our size. A few years ago, we even acquired the assets of local Digital Media Arts College to expand our offerings in graphic and web design, game art, animation, and digital effects. And in working in conjunction with the Watson Institute, students can earn a bachelor's degree in social entrepreneurship for building a venture. And since getting a good job and having a good life are critically important to us, our Center for Career and Alumni Connections provides opportunities to participate in virtual webinars, mock interviews, and internship and career fairs. Our university is also defined by our unique campus design, and you will find the Center for Career and Alumni Connections, as well as a number of other departments at the heart of our campus and here, the Christine E. Lynn University Center. This center was made possible by Mrs. Lynn, our Board of Trustees Chair, who pledged a $15 million gift, the largest gift in our university's history, to construct this magnificent building, which opened in February of 2019. This building houses it all: social, support, and dining spaces all in one spot, including the Guten Living Room, Elaine's, which offers space for student programming, the Bobby Campbell Dining Commons, Mary's Kitchen, the Schmidt Family Campus Store, and Christine's, which offers an elevated dining experience. On the third floor, you'll find co-working spaces, including Lynn's Social Impact Lab, where students learn to use business as a force for good, and the Watson Institute. The University Center also features Christine's Park, our own central park dedicated to Mrs. Lynn, and an amphitheater for learning outdoors. And it's located in close proximity to our student housing, academic buildings, and athletic facilities. Our Fighting Knights athletic teams have now won 25 national championship titles, and while the Sunshine State Conference did suspend all game competition for the fall 2020 season, along with the conference, we're also exploring alternative approaches, including the possibility of conducting fall sports competition in the spring. We have also canceled all events with off-campus guests throughout the end of December, but we still have reimagined versions of popular campus traditions like the State of the University and Founders Day. We will also continue to find creative ways for you to be safely involved on our campus. Our Center for Student Involvement will host small capacity on-campus hybrid programs with remote and virtual participation options, as well as work with student-led clubs and organizations to facilitate gatherings in a remote capacity. I would like to take a brief moment to talk to you about an additional campus safety and how we treat one another with dignity and respect, and Title IX, which you will be hearing much more about in your Lynn 101 courses. Title IX is a gender-neutral piece of legislation designed to ensure equality for all students by eliminating sexual harassment and discrimination. And while federal guidelines detailing how universities comply with Title IX may have changed, our commitment to a safe and supportive campus community for all has not. By prohibiting sexual harassment and ensuring equal opportunity, Title IX protects the rights of all students to learn in a healthy environment, and we will continue to ensure that happens here on the Lynn campus. Lorna Fink is our Title IX coordinator, and she is available to assist with any questions, concerns, or reports you may have. The university also has counselors available to speak to confidentially in our health and counseling centers, in addition to the availability of confidential student advisors within student affairs. Our entire faculty and staff are not only committed to providing you with a safe environment, but also dedicated to helping each and every one of you succeed during your time at Lynn. This place will change you, and you it, and we are excited to see all that you will accomplish as a Lynn student. On Sunday, I will get to speak to you again as part of our virtual welcome convocation, and I look forward to sharing even more about our university with you then. Please enjoy the rest of orientation, and once again, welcome to the Lynn family.
Welcome to Lynn University. My name is Dr. Katrina Carter-Tellison. I'm the Vice President for Academic Affairs. Congratulations, you have taken the most important step in securing your future, and you took that step at a time when nothing around you looks or feels the same. We are in unprecedented times, and although everything might feel chaotic, we want to take a moment to let you know that we, this university, this community, has been through rough times before, and we're going to make it through this one. Now, we understand that you and your families have placed tremendous faith in us, and we are absolutely up to the challenge. In fact, we are going to do everything we can to make sure that you have a truly wonderful university experience. So let me tell you a little bit about your academic journey here at Lynn. We all know that employers continue to say that earning a college degree is critically important to being successful in this economy. And in fact, if you plan to do as well or better than your parents financially, getting a college degree is the best way to accomplish this goal. So here at Lynn, we pride ourselves on utilizing best practices in higher education to ensure that everything you need to really thrive when it's your time to go out there and prove yourselves. So what do you need to achieve your goals? Well, you need what employers call a combination of hard skills and soft skills. Hard skills are about doing a certain task, like graphic design or accounting. Soft skills are about the way in which you do those tasks, such as how well you're able to present your findings of a report to your boss, or how creative you are in solving a problem when it emerges. At Lynn, we recognize that both the hard and the soft skills are important. So that's why we give you equal attention to both your major, where you're going to learn the majority of your hard skills, and the core curriculum, where you'll be mastering your soft skills. Now, let's talk about the core curriculum. Here at Lynn, your courses might look and sound a little different. Here, your core curriculum is called the Dialogues. The Dialogues are a group of 5 courses, and these include the dialogues of self and society, justice and civic life, belief and reason, scientific literacy, and quantitative reasoning. So what does this all mean? It means that when your friends are taking psychology and sociology, you will be too, but your courses will be called self and society. When they're taking history and political science, you will be taking justice and civic life. Their philosophy and religion courses will be your belief and reason, and their science and math will be your scientific literacy and quantitative reasoning. But don't worry about them being different. Focus on what you're going to learn. In fact, employers say that the #1 skill, regardless of major, is oral communication. And each and every course you take in the dialogues will focus on honing this skill. You will start small. Maybe it will be just a 2-minute introduction of yourself. But by the time you leave us, you will be able to deliver a 15-minute presentation. So, you'll focus on your problem-solving skills, your creativity, your adaptability, and your writing skills. So what I'm saying is that yes, the courses will initially be different, but hang in there. Give us a chance because you're going to get what you need to be successful. To ensure that you have sufficient time to explore and to grasp these concepts, we've redesigned the fall semester into a 4x4 block schedule. This structure will allow you to focus your attention on 1 or 2 courses at a time, rather than juggling all 5 at once. It will provide you with the greatest amount of flexibility and minimize any disruption that might emerge. We have extensive experience with this structure, having utilized it for more than 20 years in the summer term. And your faculty are well-versed in creating dynamic and engaging courses that will bring your coursework to life. They cannot wait to share their wisdom and their advice with you on the very first day of class. So as your Chief Academic Officer, I want to share with you my most important advice. Now, given my previous remarks, you might think my advice is going to be about the importance of soft skills. After all, 92% of talent professionals say that soft skills are the most important and even more important than hard skills. Or maybe my advice would be to work on your oral communication skills. After all, 80% of employers say that that's the most important skill. But nope, my most important advice I can give you is to show up. Go to class, zoom in, be present. It is literally the most important component to your success. Your faculty are waiting to help you. Please don't sit alone in your room wondering what and how to complete an assignment. Go to class, zoom in, ask your faculty member. That's why they are here. And this is my advice for you. If you're a student that has always found school and grades come easy, or if you're a student that has struggled academically, it's not complicated. The most important thing you can do is to show up. Now, finally, before I say goodbye, I want to discuss something with you, and that's the concept of failure. I know it's an ugly word, but it's going to happen. So we might as well agree to that right here and now. But don't be afraid of it when it happens, whether it's a class or your first paper or it's a test you bomb. It's a grade of B, maybe when you're only accustomed to getting A's. It will knock you down, but don't let it keep you down. Let's all agree right now that you're going to fail at something. Maybe it's not even a class. Maybe it's breaking up with a girlfriend or boyfriend. You're going to fail, but that failure will not define you. And in fact, as soon as you begin here with us at Lynn, we're going to teach you how to be resilient, and you're going to learn how to develop healthy habits so you can thrive in the face of adversity. So remember, lean in, don't back away from failure, and when you fall, we'll be right there to catch you. Welcome to your new home and welcome to Lynn University.
Welcome. Whether you are on ground or remote, we are incredibly excited to welcome you into our Lynn University family. Your first year is going to be full of opportunity, challenge, ups and downs, highlights, learning moments, and new life experiences. I am going to offer you some perspective on how to navigate your first year during our short time together. I am Dr. Anthony Altieri, Vice President for Student Affairs. Over the past 14 years that I've been a part of the Lynn University community, I've seen our campus grow tremendously. Even better, we have had thousands of students sit in our classrooms, live in our residence halls, and step up to be a student leader on our campus. You are about to embark on that adventure, but you cannot do that alone. Without needing much explanation, academics is central to your experience at Lynn. However, learning doesn't happen solely in the classroom. Every interaction you have, every relationship, the programs, services, and engagement opportunities that Student Affairs offers are designed to help you become a better version of yourself over the course of time. Your engagement in the co-curricular is paramount to your success and to setting yourself up to be in the best possible position when you graduate. Yes, that process starts on day one. You'll receive a lot of information over the course of the welcome weekend and throughout the first 40. Please listen and learn about all of the resources the university has in place to help you be successful today and in the future. I hope you are excited about not only this weekend, but the coming year. This semester is going to be a little bit different than what we're used to with consideration to the pandemic, but it does not take away the fact that this is a key moment and milestone for you as you transition to adulthood and independent living. Independence is not about vacating or dismissing all that you know or who you are. This is about putting established strategies and taking advantage of opportunities to put the tools into your toolbox for long-term success. It is about exploration and refinement. You should be nervous, excited, maybe a bit anxious about this awesome journey that you are about to embark on as a student, a learner, but most importantly, as a person. So I ask you to ask yourself, are you happy to be here today? Are you excited? You have a good amount of control over your mindset and the approach to this entire college experience. Going back to the independence thought, no one person or thing on this campus can make you into anything or make you be successful. This whole experience is a partnership, which you will need to put a significant investment into mentally, socially, emotionally, and academically. There's a quote that says, "Success will be yours when you choose to take responsibility for making it so." This experience is about you as a student, a whole student. There are many aspects that go into the university experience. Most of it centers around one central concept, wellness. Wellness has a significant number of dimensions, and you will experience all of them in varying degrees over your first year. Some will be easy and natural, some will be a challenge to maintain. Regardless, you must pay attention to every aspect of who you are on this journey of being a new student at Lynn. There are 6 concepts that can be applied to every situation, every circumstance, and every opportunity that I want you to give thought to every time you're about to make a decision this week. 1, positivity. How might your engagement yield something positive for you? How might you contribute something positive to a situation, a discussion, or an activity? 2, engagement. How are you going to connect to others, to the campus community? Every experience adds value, but how do you need to engage in order to maximize your benefit? 3, relationships. Surround yourself with people who add positive value to your life. You will likely meet a good number of people this weekend. You should try to find ways to speak with as many people as possible. Not everyone will be worthy of a long-term relationship, but we expect that you will be kind to each other at all times. Meaning, ask why. That is the point of college. Don't be complacent in your understanding of things. Seek to find meaning in your life, in knowledge, and your experiences. Reflect at the end of each day so that you can highlight the opportunities that you want to keep as memories. This experience will go fast. Make time to savor all it has to offer, even the challenges, as that is where real learning happens. Achievements. Celebrate your achievements along the way. Share with your peers, faculty, and the good folks here in Student Affairs. We want to celebrate with you as well. You are unique, and you have something special to offer our community, which is why you were accepted for enrollment at our fine institution. I look forward to celebrating even the little things with you over the next 4 years. And 6, and finally, vitality, the state of being strong and active. You will need to ask yourself and challenge yourself to overcome obstacles. Not your parents. How will you handle all those things that are going to happen that are unscripted? There are a lot of people on campus that will help you with that process when you ask, but resolution will come from you and your ability to compromise, be willing to try new things, and understanding yours as well as other people's limits in that given moment. All of these components need to be nurtured and cultivated in all aspects of your life. We have a tremendous number of resources on campus that focus on the specific behaviors and functions within these areas. But in order to achieve development in any of these areas, you must have one thing. There's really one thing that crosses over into all aspects of your student success at Lynn University. One thing: resilience, the courage to come back, the capacity to bounce back after things go wrong, overcoming, resilience. There are things that either build you up or tear you down. You decide. You have that control, that power to decide how things will impact you. Quick story. There was a young man that I got to know some years ago, Peter. Had lots of potential. He arrived to campus at the university I was working at in upstate New York and immediately got connected to campus. He attended class, he was incredibly social and likable, attended programs and got involved in things on campus, was generally well-liked. Well, Peter also started to make some questionable choices along the way. He started to put more time and effort into relationships and socializing with people who eventually proved to be toxic to him. He started to slip. We talked. He bounced back, but only temporarily. He slipped again. We talked. I connected him to some resources. He rebounded. He slipped again. Wash, rinse, repeat was really the cycle he was in. Fortunately, he was astute enough to learn from those moments of repetition, and he was able to truly bounce back and eventually move towards graduation. However, it wasn't without a lot of uphill battles to get there. But the number one thing that helped him get there was that he learned early on how to be resilient. Your first year is full of moments at which you will have to make a choice or a decision on how to act, what to say, how to feel, and so on. Resilience. Just based on sheer volume of life experiences, there are going to be times that things will not go to plan. Things may not work out how you envision them or how you hope they would. That is when your ability to bounce back will be tested and your character will be measured. Like most other things, resilience is something that you build over time and through experience, just like Peter. Not to be presumptuous, but I believe that many of us watching this need some guidance and support in that area. It is natural. It's a natural place to be given where you are in your life right now. At the moment, you are adjusting to college life, college academics, new expectations, being away from home. So having been in this spot many, many years ago and having worked on a college campus for over 20 years, I have some advice for you. Be in the moment. It is the collection of small moments and small victories that will get you to your ultimate accomplishment of becoming a college graduate that stands above the rest. Find time for yourself. Socializing is critically important, but also knowing what you need and when you need it is important. Listen to that little internal voice that tells you when you need to talk to someone or need to walk away from something or someone who is having a negative impact on you. Remember that you have a choice in every matter. You can choose to travel the pathway of thinking things are miserable, and guess what? They will be. Or you can choose to focus on being optimistic and things may work out better than you expect. Be patient. Have patience with your own human flaws. We all have them. And guess what? We can work towards mitigating the ones that have the most negative impact on you. There is a reason why each of you were given the Clifton StrengthsFinder assessment over the summer or at some point this weekend if you have not yet completed it. You each have natural talents, and it is much more beneficial to your overall well-being and success to focus on taking those natural talents and helping you cultivate them into strengths rather than to focus on things that you may never be good at. It is natural. Remember, you cannot be all things to everyone. That is good life advice that many of us older folks pay a lot of money to get from life coaches, but accept who you are, flaws and all. Maintain perseverance and passion towards your long-term goals. It is the act of choosing to stick to our goals despite the obstacles we face. I think this is a safe assumption. Everyone listening to this has the long-term goal of graduating from Lynn University with their degree. Everyone also has the long-term goal of being the individual that employers are going to select because they stand out from a crowd. Everyone in this room also has the long-term goal to live a long, successful, and prosperous life, whether financially, emotionally, having social impact, or so on. Everyone in this room has a vision for where they want to end up. So give your best. You have tremendous opportunities in front of you. Give your best. Don't go halfway on this. We expect that you will step out of your comfort zone and try new things. We expect every student to get involved on our campus in a positive way that helps with your growth and the growth of our Lynn community. Why should these things be of importance to you? Because it allows for you to be you. It allows you to figure out how you will handle challenges, because there is no one-size-fits-all solution to any aspect of the college experience. Each of you is different, with different perspectives, different needs, talents, and so on. Nurture that. Be easy on yourself when things become challenging. Take advantage of our accredited counseling center when you need to talk to a professional. Take advantage of the health center and the Office of Student Wellness when you're trying to keep a healthy mind and body. Get involved in the residence halls if you live on campus. Get involved with the Center for Student Involvement. That is a one-stop shop for all things related to social development and personal development activities, events, and workshops. We are here to help you develop a clear lens and pathway to accomplishing those long-term goals. You are going to have moments of failure along the way, but keeping sight of the long-term end game is critical in inspiring you and motivating you to be resilient on this journey. We're going to pivot and talk about some real-world challenges or situations you might experience over the next several years. My caveat to this is that obviously this is not all-encompassing, but I want you to be aware of resources and some expectations we have of you as you embark on this journey of living independently and becoming a member of our Lynn University community. The things you experience as a college student are kind of like a Rubik's Cube. You have to shuffle and move things around to figure out how it all fits together, how it fits into who you are, and how you can use it to benefit your experience. But along the way, with the constant moving parts, things will happen. Let's start with expectations for all of our students. It is necessary and only fair that we have this frank and honest dialogue about what we expect of you and how you will be held accountable to those things. College and life in general is full of choices. You are expected to decide and own each decision you make as an adult and member of our university community. We have a robust policy manual, but the section you need to pay closest attention to immediately are the student codes of conduct. The codes of conduct are not designed as a, aha, I caught you, doing something you should not have been doing type thing. The codes of conduct are designed as a guideline for maintaining a respectful community with integrity. The codes of conduct are your guidelines for making responsible choices that are in line with maintaining a community of integrity and respect aligned with the university's mission and values. When the university addresses your behavior, should you find yourself in that situation, we will always consider the impact of the behavior on the individual as well as the community. Additionally, while we strive to be educational when meeting with students who may have violated a code of conduct, you must understand that there are certain behaviors that will not be acceptable and to which we will have no tolerance. Violence of any type, misuse or the sale of drugs or alcohol, and any behavior that may threaten the safety of our community. We expect that you will make good choices and give active consideration to any behavior or decision you make before you make it. We also expect that you will put yourself out there. Show up. Show up every day. I'm not speaking about attendance in class, which is critically important. I'm talking about establishing relationships and connections across every corner of the university with your peers, with faculty, with staff and administration. Be a visible and active member and participant in your college experience. Communicate with us. Communicate with your parents and families, and communicate with each other. Do not underestimate the value and power of using your words to share your thoughts, feelings, and ideas. Of course, while we have very highly skilled and educated people on this campus, very few, if any, are clairvoyant. We cannot read your mind. If there is something happening in your life or a situation that you may not know how to resolve, please come speak with us. There is no shame in seeking assistance along the way. Does that make sense? It's pretty simple, but they're broad expectations. So let's talk about what you can expect from us. You can expect that we will challenge you, but also offer support in that process. So the concept is challenge and support. These are connected for a reason. They are connected because we know that learning does not occur within your comfort zone. Thus, we intend to challenge you with perspectives, ideas, activities, and so on in an attempt to help you further develop who you are. While you likely have an idea of who you are today, I promise you that if you truly accept these challenges, you will discover some pretty amazing things about yourself that you may not have realized as of yet. Along with those challenges, we will support you. We will help you dissect how those challenges impact you and how you can maximize those opportunities. You can expect access to resources including safety, involvement, physical and mental health, personal development, wellness-focused prevention and education. You can expect us to create opportunities and pathways for you. You will be exposed to things such as the Clifton Strengths, which I mentioned, goal setting, accountability practices, and leadership development and skill development. Of course, you can expect a partnership. We are just as invested in you as you are in yourself. I promise you that as you establish connections on campus, you will find that you will have a team, a network of people in your corner every step of the way. Take advantage of that. At no other time in your life will you have so many highly skilled people clamoring to assist and guide you towards being successful. That I can promise you. Ultimately, we are in this together, the good and the bad. We will be there every step of the way with you over the coming years as you move towards graduation. Notice I keep using the word graduation because that is the expectation we have for every single one of you, to graduate and accomplish this long-term goal that you have willingly accepted by being here today as a first-year student at Lynn University. Let's shift to talking about the importance of relationships on campus. The interactions and connections you will have with your peers, the staff and student involvement, campus recreation, counseling, the health center, and so on, the faculty, tutors, all of these relationships matter and are so important to individualizing your experience. How do you do this in a new place? That can be intimidating. So let's start easy. Be friendly. Most incoming students are going to be at least a little anxious about meeting new people and making friends. The best way to do it is to make eye contact, smile, ask questions, initiate conversation, and convey a sense of friendliness. There's no better way to meet people who have a similar interest than getting involved in things around campus. Intramurals, clubs and organizations, fitness class, attending a campus event, even remotely, going to class. There's a lot to do on campus. Every year we hear the old, there is nothing to do on campus. Last year, Student Affairs alone provided 526 programs on campus. That does not include anything from other areas of the university or athletics, so on. So there's plenty to do. Go try something new. Make sure you step out of your comfort zone. Act in accordance with your values. Your values are your core beliefs that guide you. Make sure the choices and decisions you make are consistent with your values. Peer pressure still exists on the college level. Always be true to yourself. Choose your friends wisely. Trust me on this. The people you surround yourself with will have a significant impact on your university experience, and that can be a positive thing or a negative thing. And finally, stay safe. Staying safe is a very complex topic which I will delve into for a few minutes because it is the most critical aspect of any experience. Colleges are a microcosm of society. Thus, things happen within our community as they would anywhere. It is important to remember that because we have dedicated staff providing 24/7, 365 safety patrol and operations, even though we have that, safety is a community effort. Each and every one of us plays a role in maintaining a safe community. It is easy to get lost in your thoughts, in what you are doing, but it is important to pay attention to what is happening around you. First tip on keeping safe is to be aware. What are you seeing and hearing? What are others doing? How is a place or situation making you feel? Being aware does not mean being overly concerned about your surroundings. It simply means that you look around, you pay attention, and keep track of what is normal so that you can better notice when something is wrong. Students are often the first to become aware of a possible problem on our campus. Knowing about a problem does no good for anyone unless you tell someone who is in a position to do something about it. If you see anything that looks or feels wrong on campus, tell an administrator, a professor, an RA, a peer leader, or call campus safety. If you are off campus, call 911 or the local police. Here are some examples of when you should see something, you should say something. If you see someone acting suspiciously or displaying a weapon, tell someone. If you see or hear hate speech or threats being made in person or online, tell someone. If you witness a crime, tell someone. If you read posts or hear a student or anyone talking about harming others or themselves, tell someone. If you notice an unattended box or package in a hallway, lobby, classroom, tell someone. If you see someone being harassed or threatened based on race, religion, sexual orientation, or other characteristics, tell someone. We are a community. We are a family. As a Lynn University Fighting Knight, We look out for each other and speak up when necessary. So if you see something, say something. Be prepared. Your cell phone is not only a communication device, it is a safety tool. I strongly suggest that you program the numbers for campus safety and the local police into your phones. If you need that information, ask your peer leader. Be certain to update your emergency contact information with the university every semester. We have a robust alert system should a campus crisis occur. The notifications will go to your cell phone, emergency contacts, and email. But if you have not provided accurate information, you may miss that information. Please make that part of your start of the semester routine for the next 4 years. Staying safe in a crisis. Crisis situations, whether it be an incident involving a weapon, bomb threats, weather incidents, or any other high-level emergency are very rare. However, if you are ever in a frightening or a dangerous situation on or off campus, first and foremost, it is important to remain calm. You will make better decisions when you are emotionally composed and thinking clearly. Don't let the panic of others cause you to panic. It can be hard to keep calm when others are freaking out, but it is important that you do so. As I know you've likely heard in your pre-college learning environments, depending on the circumstance, the best course of action may be run, hide, fight. If it is possible to do so safely, run. Note your nearest exit option and get out. Leave your belongings behind. Keep your arms raised above your head so first responders know that you pose no threat. And if you are able, this is your best option. If you are unable to run, hide as best as you can. Surround yourself with heavy objects, silence your cell phone, and await instructions from first responders or administrators. And the third option is fight. That is an absolute last resort, and only when your life is in imminent danger. Improvise weapons such as desks, fire extinguishers, and chairs. Throw them to distract an attacker. Again, only attempt to fight if you have no other options. Broadening the scope a bit from specific crisis situations, the next safety tip and consideration is have a friend and be a friend. College friends are important for many reasons, as I spoke about earlier. But not only will you have fun and be on this journey together, you provide support for each other. Additionally, you can help keep each other safe. Stick together. Whether you are walking to class or going out on a Saturday evening, you are safer when you are with your friends. Those looking to do harm are less likely to approach 2 or more people walking together than if you are by yourself. Share your whereabouts with your friends. When you are leaving campus, let someone know where you're going and when you plan to return. Update them if there are changes. Know when to get help. If a friend is drunk or drugged to a point of being seriously ill or unresponsive, get help immediately. No one is going to get in trouble in these instances, as we have an amnesty policy that is in place specifically for ensuring students get the help they need in these circumstances. The same applies if you are concerned that a friend may be suicidal or dangerous to others. Be a friend and say something so the experts on this campus can aid your friend and the community to be safe. We have psychologists, sexual assault specialists, and campus safety whom are qualified to intervene in emergency situations. Sexual assault is unfortunately one of the more common crimes committed on college campuses nationwide. Also unfortunate is the lack of clarity many students have about sexual assault. Here is what you need to know. Engaging in sexual activity with someone who is unable to give consent for any reason constitutes sexual assault. A person cannot give consent when they are under the influence of alcohol or drugs, are semi-conscious or unconscious, or asleep. What a person may have said or done last week, yesterday, 2 hours, or 5 minutes previous is irrelevant. It does not matter. If an individual cannot or will not give consent at the time a sexual act is to occur, it constitutes sexual assault. Sexual assault also occurs when a conscious and alert person is the victim of physical force, or has been threatened or manipulated into engaging in sexual activity. Being under the influence of alcohol and drugs reduces inhibitions and impairs judgment. But being drunk or drugged is not an excuse, justification, or legal defense for committing a sex crime. It is important to pay close attention to verbal and nonverbal communication. You need to be aware of any behavioral or verbal cues that suggest the person is unwilling, reluctant, or opposed to engaging in sex, even if the individual does not say no outright. Males and females can both be victims of sexual assault, and regardless of what you did before, during, or after the incident, please be aware of the resources available to assist you. No matter what happened or how you are handling it, there are resources available to you. We employ a Title IX coordinator and have several deputy coordinators, myself included, We address issues related to sexual misconduct, including sexual harassment and assault and domestic violence. If you want to report an incident, the Title IX office is a good place to start. There are a number of resources for students in this type of situation, both on campus and off campus. Final thought on safety: be safe online. Technology is everywhere: social media, online banking, so on and so forth. Use the privacy features on your social media accounts. Think before you post anything online on Snapchat, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, whatever it is. You are building an online reputation and record. Sometimes that can come back and be a challenge if you have not been careful on what you have posted. Remember, breathe. We are all in this together. College is an us thing. You are not on an island by yourself. My team and I are always accessible should you need guidance or a listening ear. All of the information given to you can tie back into the very first concept I discussed with you today: resilience, the ability to overcome. There are a lot of things to consider, a lot of expectations to meet, huge goals, and tremendous opportunities. It will be fine. Maximize your engagement and connection to campus so that you can be successful academically, socially, emotionally, and so forth. College is a two-way investment. You are going to be challenged by your peers, by your faculty and staff, by your choices and circumstances. You have a great network around you to support you along the way. Use it. But know that meeting these expectations and fully committing to this role of college student will be worth it. You may not know it today, but you are creating something special. How you interact, the choices you make, the people you surround yourself with, the commitment to investment in yourself, both inside and outside of the classroom. This is your chance to truly create yourself. Are you going to rise to that challenge? How are you going to do it? Lynn University is a special place. It is a community that requires each person to positively contribute to our collective success and growth. You are now part of that family, and we are beyond excited to see how you will engage and grow as a person both inside and outside the classroom. Please know that my team and I look forward to meeting you in the coming days and weeks. When you see me on campus, please introduce yourself and tell me how things are going. Tell me about you. Enjoy the welcome weekend. Please attend the sessions you are scheduled to attend and complete the Canvas course. It is all information you need to make a successful transition. The last thing we need to talk about before I sign off is the precautionary measures that we are taking related to COVID-19. You will find all of the community standards related to keeping our campus safe as possible at lynn.edu/roadmap. A couple of highlights are: 1, everyone on campus is required to wear a mask. Testing is available on campus via a partnership with CVS pharmacies. Every member of our community is expected to complete a daily screening prior to leaving their residence hall room or arriving to campus. We will facilitate additional screenings periodically, to which participation is required as well. Practice good hygiene. Wash your hands frequently, clean your personal spaces, and avoid sharing items. Keep 6 feet physical distance whenever possible. While this may not feel natural, the distance between us will help mitigate potential exposure. Again, please visit lynn.edu/roadmap for more detail and to get up-to-date information regarding our efforts related to the COVID-19 pandemic. I'll see you around campus, and thank you.